My question is for Press Winslow, and I think it probably comes because he touched on it a little bit in his speech. I would like to know from Press, and probably from everybody else, what you would do to correct the thing that bothers me the most about government, and that is that the people in each party are looking for ways to point the finger and blame the other person, and not looking we're not working together and looking for a solution.
I'll just be real brief. I touched on it when I said that our problems we have now is not this administration's problems, that it's been for the last 100 years. Both parties are to blame. And it is party as usual. We're actually destroying the United States of America because we want Democrat or we want Republican, and we don't care what the result is going to be. And you know, I'm for America. I'm for making sure that this country gets preserved for the next generations to follow. And we got to get out of the Republican Democrat mindset. We've got to get into the conservative mindset of we need to preserve the nation for all the generations to come so that they can live the American dream like I got to.
Thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate it. My name is Sydney Martin, and I have made a promise to myself to vote principle over party. And I've got a question for all the federal candidates. I was able to ask John McCain when he came into town, and also J.D. Hayworth similar questions. But and in discussion with them, they proved to me that their voting records did not adhere to Article 1 and specifically Section 8 of the Constitution when they voted for the Patriot Act, No Child Left Behind, the bailouts and such. So my question for you guys is, what will you do if a bill comes before you, and whether it's pressure to vote out of fear, as was the bailout or the Patriot Act, or pressure because it's a good thing to do, but it's unconstitutional. It's not defined in Article 1, Section 8. What will you do?
Yeah, don't pull a Keeler on me. There's an old saying, good intentions make bad law. And it doesn't matter how good your intentions are. Article 1, Section 8 is the enumerated powers clause of the United States Constitution, which dictates what the United States government is allowed to do. And if it's not in there, if it is not an enumerated power, then it falls under the 10th Amendment power, in which case the federal government has no say. And I will vote against it. I won't just vote against it. I'll stand on the House floor and I'll let all the other 434 members know exactly why I'm voting against it. Because 90% of the legislation that's passed in Congress today, there's no constitutional authority for. We have a health care bill that just got passed that there's no constitutional authority for. But Article 4, Section 4 says the United States government's job is to protect the states from invasion. So we're not taking care of the border issue, which they have to do. It's their federal duty to take care of that, because we're spending too much time passing legislation that they have no authority for. That has to stop, or the country's going to go down the tubes, and that's where we are.